everyone, welcome back to Digitally Twisted Media. I'm Jenny, and I know I'm super late to the game on this one because it looks like this game actually came out in like April of 2021, so almost a year ago. But in my defense, I just recently got my Snap so that I could play Pokemon Arceus, and we also got this Pokemon Snap game for me to play. So I want to give you my thoughts about Pokemon Snap, if you haven't already played it, or if you're thinking about playing it. And it's interesting. I've never played a Pokemon Snap. I guess there was another Pokemon Snap game that came out in like 1999 or something like that. That was the original one, and this is like a more updated version. I think the graphics in this game are amazing. So beautiful. So you can see this is on the Nintendo website page where you can purchase Pokemon Snap, and it gives a little synopsis. We'll get to that. But what you see here in these graphics, all of these super vibrant colors, this is how the whole game is. It's really cool. I really like that about the game. All of the Pokemon are so neat in their interactions with the world and with each other. This is definitely something that was lacking in the Pokemon Arceus game, because although you had all of those Pokemons running around in kind of the open world format, they weren't in groups, they weren't interacting with each other. It definitely was not the same feeling as Pokemon Snap. And this was one of the reasons why Dave wanted me to get Pokemon Snap, so that I could see the difference between these two. It is really fun. These Pokemon that we see, they have so much personality in what they're doing. Pichu and Grookey, they are like the little bestest of friends. They're always running around together. It is so super cute. Scorbunny, he's really cute too when he runs off and he leaves like the trail of flames behind him. You have a bunch of the buffaloes, the Bouffalantes. They're like always in a herd. I got one picture of one. It was so cool. It was at the end of the daytime map. It was in a field with all the flowers, and it had like all these flowers in its hair. It was really cute. Part of this game, it lets you, the photos that you take, it lets you upload them into an album where you can save ones that you think came out really good. And it said that you can upload them to the internet. And I actually wanted to do that to show you guys some of these really cool photos that I took. But when I was just trying to connect to the internet on my Snap here, not Snap, sorry, on my Switch, when I was just trying to connect to the internet, it said I needed to have like some sort of special membership for Nintendo Online. And it looks like I'd have to pay. So I don't really know that I need a Nintendo Online account enough to pay. I mean, some of these are pricey. It's like, so we're looking at, okay, I guess this isn't so bad. For the regular one, it's $20 for a year. Okay, that's not that bad. But for the Nintendo Switch Online and expansion pack, it's $50. What do you really need the Nintendo Online for that you would pay $50 for a membership to it? I thought that it was just going to be something in my, my Nintendo account that I had to set up to link online to update and all of that stuff. I thought it was just somewhere on there that I could upload them into my profile. So unfortunately, I don't have those photos to show you, but there's a lot of very cool ones. So when I first heard about this game, I was like, so what? I'm basically, I'm not a Pokemon trainer who's going around with Pokeballs catching the Pokemon. I'm like a Pokemon photographer that's going around taking pictures of the different Pokemon. And Dave's like, I don't know. But yes, that's exactly what it is. You are a kid. I think they said maybe you're like 15, 16. They always say that you're 15, 16 in these games. But it's like, it's a little, I don't know. They seem to have a weird age skewing perspective on how your character looks and then the age that they're supposed to be. And then with the fact that they're running around out in the world by themselves doing all these things with no adult supervision, and they look like they're more like 9 or 10, I don't know. They say that you're like 15 or 16 though. But anyways, so you go to work at this, it seems like it's a summer camp type thing. And you meet this guy. His name is Professor Mirror. Is there a picture of Professor Mirror? No, it's two. So Professor Mirror is the professor in this game. And he basically is researching all of the Pokemon in the surrounding areas. And he has, okay, get this. Not a Pokédex, a Photodex. Yes, I know. Clever. So as you go around, you basically are just taking pictures. You're like this, you're this kid. Well, not this kid, you're whichever kid you pick. But you're riding around in this little thing called the Neo 1 on a predetermined track as you go through a specific type of nature preserve area. You have a daytime course, a nighttime course, and you're basically on this track. You go through, all of the Pokemon are around you, and they're just in the environment doing their own thing. The Caterpies are, down here in the leaves, crawling on branches. You got the Bouffalants in a herd. You have all of the different types of birds flying around. You have some water. You got a Magikarp laying there, seizing, flapping on its side in the water. You have all kinds of stuff going on, and you basically are just moving around the cameras, zooming in, and taking a photo. Let's see, they don't show this. Okay, so the goal is, they don't show it. So as you take pictures of them, then your photos will be judged. After you go through the course ends, then you submit your photos to the professor, and he judges them and you get points. He's judging them on different things like how well is your subject centered in the photo, how well is it zoomed in, are they doing a unique action, such as like eating one of the apples that you threw out at them, or maybe sleeping or yawning, or doing a unique action with the butterflies, drinking water. And then you have, for each of the different Pokemon, you have a 1-star photo, a 2-star photo, a 3-star photo, and a 4-star photo. And those are like, they're doing something that's more and more unique, and that makes it a higher rated photo. And then as you're building this photo dex, Professor Mirror is, through these photos, gaining information about just how the different Pokemon live in their environment. It's a really cute premise, and the Pokemon are really cute. The graphics are gorgeous. I wish I could show you some of the photos that I took, because they are really, really nice, really pretty. Another thing I like about the game, before I get into telling you the things I don't like, another thing that I really like about the game is that you get a little bit more talking. So there are some parts where the professor talks to you. There are, look at how cute they are. There are some parts where the professor's assistant talks to you. There's also other parts where they don't really necessarily talk, but they kind of just make like little words, like they kind of say little words like, oh yeah, uh-huh, oh right, stuff like that, as you have the text popping up on screen. So at least that's going in the direction of I'm getting more interaction with the characters because they're actually speaking. And this was one of my complaints with Pokemon Arceus, was that like, where's all the dialogue? Pokemon, Nintendo definitely should be able to afford voice actors. And this game had it a little bit. So that was really cool. I liked that. It was very bright, very colorful. You had some voice acting. A lot of work was put into how these different Pokemon were interacting in their environment. And as you level up and gain more points on each course, then it also unlocks the Pokemon interacting with their environment differently. So when you're like a level 1, for example, you might get them in more of the 1-star or 2-star photo poses, but then as you level up, get more like level 2, level 3, then they start doing different things and you can catch them doing more unique actions and get higher level photos. So it's really cool premise, and they definitely put a ton of work into, look at these. The Drifloons are like, they're in a little pack floating around here. It's very, very well done. I would have really, really loved to see this level of detail to how the Pokemon are behaving in their natural habitat in Pokemon Arceus. Some of the things I did not like about this game, though, is it's very, very repetitive. It's very repetitive and kind of boring, to the point that I like playing this game before I go to bed because it'll put me asleep. So I'm not really playing any particular course for a very extended period of time because it's just kind of like rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. You go on the same track, you go through the course, you're trying to catch the Pokemon, you're trying to take better photos, which is cool, and maybe for like people that are super into taking photos, they're like, whoa, this is cool, I get to like perfect my photos. I personally have a little bit of a hard time with joysticks, and this thing, it's kind of big and unwieldy, and I have little hands, so I do have a little bit of a hard time with like maneuvering around the joysticks. And I actually had to go in and change the key bindings because it was wanting me to use, I think it was A, to take the photo, but I am just so used to when you take photos on a camera, you're pushing a button on the top, that my finger kept wanting to hit this button up here to take the photos, and I would like miss. I got so frustrated because I kept missing really good shots because I'd be hitting the wrong button that wasn't taking pictures. So that's a complaint of mine, is that the controls are a little bit janky, they're a little bit hard to use. It's kind of big, it's kind of heavy, it's kind of unwieldy, especially if you're laying in bed, you're trying to hold this thing up, maneuver these joysticks. On this side, basically, your left joystick is the one that helps you to like, you press this to basically find and zoom in on the Pokemon. So you have to be maneuvering this one to get kind of like your camera positioning. But this one on the right side seems like it's more of the one that deals with like the broader, like moving your head and moving your body position so that you can like look in a different area. So it's kind of a combination of moving the two joysticks together to get your Pokemon centered, zooming in, and then you also have the X button that you can hit to scan the environment, and it will show you different types of artifacts and stuff, which add, like, basically give you more points, add information to your photo decks, but basically just give you more points. And it will also scan and show you, like, a little tag of where different Pokemons are that maybe you can't see because they're in the grass. And then the A button? I thought the A button was the original camera. Now I don't even know because I'm so used to just doing it. Maybe it's the B button. One of these buttons you press and you throw an apple, and throwing the apple helps to kind of like get the Pokemon to come over, start eating, get them to kind of like slow down for a minute so you can take their photo. So you have all these buttons that you're having to push with this thumb, but this is also the joystick that you need to be moving, excuse me, in order to like zoom, like get the camera in the right position. So I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I find the controls are a little bit difficult, and I keep having to go through the same like tracks over and over, trying to like find these Pokemon, trying to get them in my screen, take the picture, make sure I don't hit the wrong button. Also, like I said, I usually am doing this at night while I'm trying to lay in bed before I'm going to sleep, so I can't even see where the buttons are anyways. But this might just be a me problem. Let me know in the comments if you've also had the same problem. But yeah, the game just, it's a little bit lacking in substance. It's repetitive. Yeah, you unlock different areas, but I I mean, I just don't really feel like there's gonna be that much of a story with it. I mean, the biggest thing is you're investigating this Illumina phenomenon, which basically means that the Pokemon are glowing and putting out like a energy signature, and that's what Professor Mirror is investigating. And so you're helping to catch photos of this. So far, I haven't really come across anything in the game that's like, ooh, this is gonna shake things up. Ooh, there's an adversary. Ooh, we're gonna have some rivalry, some fighting. Yeah, haven't come across anything like that. It just seems like it's pretty straightforward. I've only unlocked, I want to say maybe the second actual region. The first region, I'm up to a level 3 on the day, the night, and the Illumina phenomenon. And then I just recently unlocked the second region, and I'm up to level 2 on the day and have just started on the night. So I'm sure there's a lot more that's going to happen and hopefully unfold the story more. But right now I'm just seeing it as more of a relaxing, pretty visuals, help to kind of, you know, calm my mind and distract me and bore me a little bit before I go to sleep. Would I recommend this game? Yeah, sure. I mean, it's a fun game. It's cool. It's definitely visually appealing. Would I recommend it at $60 though? No. I cannot believe that they are still, this is what we paid for it. We got it at GameStop. I cannot believe that they're selling this as a $60 game. I mean, yeah, a lot of work was put into it with the Pokemon and everything, but it just really seems like it doesn't have a lot of content. So I don't know. I really honestly feel like this is maybe more of like a $20, $30 game, but certainly not a $60 game. Maybe it will prove me wrong in the long run as I get more into it, but so far, no, definitely not. But Pokemon, you know, creators out there, I think it would be really, really cool if you took some of the mechanics of this game as far as the personalities and the interactions with the Pokemon and their environment and put that into a game like Pokemon Arceus. That would really up-level that game and just make it even more phenomenal. So that's my overall review. Let me know what you think of this game. Probably a lot of you have already played it, so let me know what you think. If you haven't played it, is this something that you'd be interested in? Would you go out and get it? I'd be interested to hear. I'll talk to you all later. Have a nice day. Bye.